Run it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, yeah.
Now making his way to the ring, Jake Paul.
Saul Canelo Alvarez, a four-division multi-time world champion, quite simply one of the greatest of all time.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell, they're off.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from the United States of America, wearing the white trunks trimmed with black. Fighting out of the blue corner from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, here is Mexico's first ever undisputed world champion and renowned star of boxing. Here is a four-division world champion and an undisputed super middleweight champion of the world, Saul Canelo Alvarez.
So much hype surrounding this fight, and now it is go time.
All what's left is for the first bell to go. That's all we need now, because the build-up is getting ridiculous.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. And there's the bell to start the round. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Looks like a little change of strategy here, trying to loosen up the flow a little bit. And trying to relax a little bit now. Fight a little differently. Really good buzz in the air tonight. This crowd waiting for something special.
You can walk into an arena and be the hero. The pressure, the expectation, the desire from the fans. You can't get away from it. Ignore them. Lock it off. I know it's hard. I can hardly hear you, Todd. You've got to ignore them. Get on with your job.
Oh, what a punch! Looks like a little bit of a strategy change here, loosening up the technique. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more, try some stick and move. At the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. The counterfighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
If you're fighting a counter puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, their every twitch.
Missing with the hook. Drop the guard now. What do you think of that decision? The corner's got the towel. Are they going to throw it in? It appears he's out of trouble, at least for now. But that just goes to show you, one clean. Do you believe what we are seeing? Apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, he's in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything, because they got shot once, they know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork. This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Counterpunch is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Nice punch. That hook won't score. Now going to get a little more loosey-goosey. Let's see how this one feels. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Swing and a miss with that hook. Not so rigid anymore with the stance. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far? The building is going bananas. Will they see a huge upset here? This could be the end. Takes a deep breath, but right back into the line of fire he goes.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
So he's going to shake an upset of the year, perhaps right before our eyes. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter shot. Counter punching. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What a punch. That hook was off target. Well, you know, in this division, you got to have speed and you got to have footwork or you're going to be a cooked goose.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fighters like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out of there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. And he did catch him. He caught him clean. Clean as a whistle. It's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
Oh my goodness, that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
And we may see an early stoppage here. His moment, but has it gone by?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
At some point, the corner has to say you're done. I thought we were going to see the finish there.
What recovery skills they are. What a
Oh my, that's a game changer. And at some point, the corner needs to decide we have to protect our fighter. Oh, and that changes everything, and down they go. As we take another look, you can see it. The body shot was pitch perfect, and it won him the fight.
A shot from the gods took him out.
One, two, three, 4, 5.
So it's plan B time after being knocked down in that round.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff him.
Nice punch. They both want a knockout, you can tell. The defense failed them. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they get into trouble, and that's what he's done right here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when
they're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
The defense failed them. He settled back in, but needs to play some defense.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit, because it's...
What a nightmare scenario! Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job. The corner's got to take a good look at their fighter. How did they not go down?
Defense is everything, because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense, work on defense, blocking and stopping and shooting.
And he did catch him. He caught him clean as a whistle. Quick punch scores. Nice punch. Quick punch scores. Hey, those punches add up. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. And is this the beginning of the end? A nightmare start to this fight. And he'll hug him. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
Dominance, without a doubt. Meg, look.
They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you've got fighters at these weight divisions, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
We're always looking for that KO, and we could see an upset right here. Didn't wait too long to get back and get engaged.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to throw mistakes.
These two fighters are made for one another. Caught him. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Remember, with the lighter weights, you're expecting at least 300 shots around. They can let these shots go. They can move. They're fast. They're sharp. It's a hard night's work for the referee.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. It's like a match made in heaven.
Swing and a miss with that jab. Nice counter. He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that? Where was the defense? Why weren't they covering up? Why weren't they more cautious? That was not a good moment for him, but seems like he's out of the dark place.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he got to the corner? How are they going to get through this? What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Got him there. Well done with that count. And we may see a stoppage here. Oh, and that changes everything. And down they go. Imagine seeing this punch coming and not being able to do anything about it.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
And there's the bell to start the round. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? It's staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head through.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. All hands on deck. We are witnessing an upset in the making. And now they're right back into the fray.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
A chance to make history. This may do it. Well, this is what he does, going right after the challenger.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Gonna shake out the arms and legs and move around a little bit. These two were made for each other. Pretty close fight here in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
This can be so frustrating when you're in such a fast fighter that can throw 3-4 shot combinations before you've even let one off. That creates frustration, and that's when it gets hard.
Nice. And they're down. It looks like this one's going to be over. They knew it when they threw it. The perfect body shot, and no one's standing up to that one.
I've got to see that again.
So the referee says he can continue.
He's up, but for how long? Look at that. On the heels, look at, there's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed. It just takes one more clear shot, a clean one, and he's out of there.
That punch lands. This may do it. It's all coming to an end. It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Why weren't they more cautious? That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
I love the response, though. Got back up, took a deep breath and thought, right, brush it off, get on with the job.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Catch and shoot. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Good counter punching. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's so hard to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
That counter punch caught him clean. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Tough to be a judge in this fight, as both fighters have had their big moments.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division.
And now going for the finish. It looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought.
Step back.
Why weren't they covering up? that was the end, but here we go. Nothing else he could do there but take a knee to stop the beating.
Absolutely gassed out, didn't know what to do, and hurt on top of that.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell to start the round. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Looks like they're going to mix up their strategy a little bit here. That counter shot lands. No rest for the weary. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Oh, that punch. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons.
They're in trouble. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. That could never happen.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That one will count. That punch has been his best weapon all fight long. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran the first.
Will the referee stop it? It looks like he might not be as hurt as we thought. The referee really thinking about stopping it. He's landed he takes a knee, buys time, collects himself.
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
A very competitive. A perfect counter lands. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
They ring the bell, and here we go. After that last round, something has got to change.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Nobody home with that hook. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
Middleweights always gives us a class. If you've got two class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable at middleweight.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a big body shot, and they got him in trouble. And that hook misses. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Oh my goodness, what pace, what pace!
So much for defensive abilities. And it appears the onslaught, and they're down, trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. How about that impact? Let's see that again in slow motion.
Where did that come from? What a shot! One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of the year.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no mistake there about who won. What a shot.